Hello. So today we are talking about the top 5 ways that I love to save money. And so I'll be sharing those 5 things and take or leave whatever works for you. I would also love to hear from you about what are your top things that help you save money. So the first one I'm going to tell you about is a way to just get free money. Free money by purchasing things you are already purchasing. So let's jump into this. And the first one is to use a credit card. Hold on, I'm not saying get into credit card debt. I'm actually very much love living debt free. So, but one of the things that I switched over to doing was have all of my expenses as much as possible when I'm not charged a percentage rate for using a credit card to purchase everything I possibly can by using my credit card that gives me cash back on all my purchases. So for example, I have one for my business and I also have one for my personal expenses. And so anytime I purchase anything, gas, anything at the store, anything on Amazon, anything that my family needs, I'm doing everything I can to use that credit card because then at the end of the year, I get a check in the mail. And this year it's going to be it's about $450. So that's $450 I wouldn't have already had. There are no fees that I pay on this because I'm going to give you my secrets to that. There's no fees I pay for that credit card, and there's also no monthly interest rates either. And so here's the way that you do that. The way that you do that is you make sure you pay it off before the end of the billing cycle. If you're not good at doing that, I wouldn't recommend doing this. But I'm super good at this. I actually pay off my balance every week. And so then I actually end up having a zero balance most of the time. And I'm still racking up all of the things that, all of the percentages. So which credit cards do you use that gives you cash back? So I've heard some people use credit cards to give them free airline miles. And maybe that is a better investment for yourself. That's a way to go. And so that's my biggest one. I love it. It's fun. It's like, wow, I'm going to be getting a check in the mail and I'm going to be able to use that for my son's birthday here in March. He's turning 11 and I'm going to be able to use that for his birthday presents and everything that's going to be needed for his birthday party. So that's like that sense of security, right? So that's that first one, but I really want to hear from you about which credit cards or secrets do you have for something like this. The only one I choose not to use is to pay our monthly rent because they charge me a 3.5% fee for paying rent. And so in that situation, it would not be better because the percentage I would get back would be like less in that purchase than paying that 3.5%. So, but if I were to use a different credit card that had a higher percentage back, which I might start doing, then I would use that credit card and pay that 3.5 fee. And, there would be, of course, a profit from that. So, okay, that's the first one. That has been life-changing for me, but it also gives me more of a time to pay things if for some reason, we didn't have the funds to pay off. It just gives me an extra week or two to get the funds in. So it's been really helpful. And if you're a business owner, definitely get one for your business expenses and do that. And it makes also, it makes it really clean also for your bookkeeper with being able to just reconcile things with your business. So definitely separate business and personal expenses. That's just a must always. Okay, so that's the first one. Love to hear from you. And I'm just going to check on the comments really quickly. And we're going to do this pretty quickly today because I am standing as I am talking to you. And I want to make sure that that you get all this information in the time that we have together that I can stand. So, okay. So I'm not seeing any comments yet, but let's talk about the second one. So I'm giving you the top 5 and I might even give you a little extra bonus too here. Okay. So let me get back. Now, the second one I do of course, is I also recommend to save money on your grocery bill and eating. Like, how much are you spending on eating? Eating out is fun. Having coffees out is absolutely fun, but it really adds up. And so if you want to start saving money and just coming back to why is it that you want to save money, for me and my family, it's because I want that security. Security is like one of my top values. Emotional security, financial security, just all types of security is important to me. And so I like to be able to have the security that I know I have some funds aside. I know that I can cover the expenses. I am living within my means because I have, through no fault of my own, had to live through decades of living beyond our means and constantly stressed out about money and how things were going to get paid, and going to the grocery store and having things declined when they're in my cart, you know, for food and things that my children needed. And as growing up, also very similar situation. So security and knowing that I'm not going to have to go through that situation again is like my drive. So always coming back to, what is your why? Why is it that this is important to you? Because if it's not important to you, you know, it's just, you're not going to have as much success as you could. Okay. So the second thing is taking a look at how you're spending your money on food. So in our home, we choose to eat mostly organic and mostly whole foods. And it's actually pretty incredible. Back in the day, before I was the health coach and eating psychology coach for my clients, and in my own journey, we ate a lot of processed foods. And even with prices going up with foods and everything, eating whole foods actually tends to save a lot of money, because eating processed foods, like a box of cereal, can be like $5 when you can get a whole bunch of rolled oats or brown rice and make that as like some type of breakfast. Of course, no need to be perfect at this. And sometimes, yes, we do get cereal, but it's very occasional. So not only are you going to be helping your family be healthier, but you're also going to be saving money and be more financially healthy, which is great, right? So the places that we go grocery shopping, the two places we go grocery shopping in our area here in the Northwest in Washington, because I know I have people in this group from all over the country, we go to Costco a lot. And I only go to Costco typically for my fresh fruits and vegetables, like frozen blueberries and organic celery and frozen mangoes and frozen organic broccoli. We get a lot of our organic things there. And then the other place we'll go is Grocery Outlet. We love Grocery Outlet, and I kind of want to be selfish and not share that secret, but I also want to help you save money. So just don't go to the one in Puyallup, okay? go to the one in Bonney Lake or Tacoma. I'm just kidding. But we love Grocery Outlet, and if you're gonna, you know, they have the Nosh aisle that's really healthy. Okay, so that's another one, but also taking a look at how you're dining out. So a big thing you can do is actually track, just use an Excel spreadsheet and track like when you dine out, or just for like a month or two, have fun with it, or on a piece of paper, whatever works for you. Track how much you're dining out, track how much you're spending on food, and any coffees out. I had a client back in the day, that was spending about $300 a month on just having coffee out every morning, having, you know, a latte or a mocha and things. And not only was it not really helping her with her health goals, but it was also stressing her out with money. And so we made some simple shifts, and then she was able to afford coaching, health coaching services with more ease in her budget. And then just in general, being also to just live healthier and have more means, more financial peace. This was also a very similar situation for one of my clients who switched, my health coaching clients that shifted from eating a processed way of eating to mostly shifting to whole foods when we started working together. And she actually saved a couple $100 a month just doing that. So definitely recommend that. So the third one was shopping at Costco and Grocery Outlet. Now, when you shop at Costco, You also can get a percentage back. So that was like another $100 check I got back this year from just shopping at Costco and using their membership. You're getting a lot better pricing from what I've seen with especially the like organic cucumbers. I eat one large organic cucumber every single day. I love it. My body needs a lot of chlorophyll. So, but the price for those are so much, the quality's better, and you get so much more for your money. So, but then also if you use a Costco credit card, you're getting cash back on that. If you are, and you're using your membership, you get credit for that at the end of the year. So those are some great things. All right, number 4. So let's review. Number 1 is free money by using a credit card that gives you cash back as long as you're good at paying it off every week or at least twice a month before the billing cycle ends. That's key. If you're not, disregard that tip. We do not want to get into more credit card debt or credit card debt if you're not in credit card debt. So that's number 1. That's going to be like, for our family, at least $500 extra a year in our pocket. Yes, that's great. Number 2 is take a look at how you're eating, your dine outs, minimize those if it's not really in alignment with what your health goals are and with your financial goals. And then switching more to whole foods. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just maybe more and less processed foods does really help with the budget. And then you can, number 3, shop at Costco and grocery outlet. Those are great places to save a lot of money on your grocery bill. And then before you go shopping, I'll add another tip in there for grocery shopping is whenever I do need to go to Safeway or another store, I always try to load up coupons before. And so like Safeway will have like $5 off or $10 off, when you purchase $30, of produce or whatever, or $30 when you're at the store. So if I need something, that's the key. You can buy a lot of things you don't need and end up not saving money just because it's on sale. So you have to pause and ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this a need or is this a want? And then those coupons for the things you need that are already going to serve the meals you have, you just need like 1 or 2 extra things because you have the rest at home, then those coupons can really be helpful. Okay, number 4 is to take a look and shop around for your auto insurance or rentals insurance, homeowners insurance. And I would love to actually make a recommendation for that because I recently shifted over to Kevin with Insurance Alliance, and he was able to save me at least $400 last year. And then also I just was able to save another $100 on my business insurance because he just gave me a call and said, hey, I think I can save you money. Would you like me to requote you? How many insurance agents do that? So highly recommend him. So you can find him at Insurance Alliance. And one of the great things about what he can do is he's a broker. And so what that means is that he can shop around for you with different companies. He can shop multiple companies at once for you so that you can have the best options, the best rates, and most coverage that you can. And then if he can't help you, he's also going to be able to tell you that. So anyways, I really just want to say, give him a call. Even if you currently have auto insurance, he can requote you and even maybe get you some money back from the other company. So he's at the insalliance.com, and I'll put his link in the chat box and link in the box if you want to. But literally, don't be afraid to get that requotes, especially with a trusted person like Kevin, because you can really save a lot of money on that. But also it's really important to have adequate insurance too, as somebody who went through a car accident. $10,000 of PIP goes like that. So you want to make sure that you have adequate insurance as well. So money is important to save, absolutely, but you also want to make sure you are covered in case something happens. So reach out to Kevin, get a requote for your business, for your auto, renters insurance, things like that. He can do that for you. Okay, so the next thing, number 5, and then I have another bonus one that we can talk about too. Number 5 is thrift stores. So if you need like more coffee mugs, or if we do all of our shopping, most of our shopping for clothes at the thrift store. It's not only earth friendly because you're reusing, but to me, it's just like, if I can pay $5 for a pair of jeans that I actually love and I feel great in, why am I going to go spend $60 or more on a pair of jeans? Again, those are just my values. I love living really frugally so that I can afford to invest in things that are important to me. So like I was able to be really frugal. So, you know, I'm going to be able to have my son go to a Spanish immersion camp for summer camp because I've been super diligent about saving my pennies. And that makes me feel good because it's in alignment with our values, for him to be healthy and, you know, continue staying connected to his heritage. So thrift stores. Now here's a couple extra keys with thrift stores. Definitely want to find one that it has good quality stuff. So there's lots of different ones. Some of them, you know, they're kind of still expensive. So find the ones that actually offer you some good pricing with that. And then go and look for the colors of tags. So like if we go to the thrift store, I'm looking to see, okay, purple tags are 50% off today. So we're going to try to only get purple tags today, and everything's 50% off. Or sometimes they'll have like anything that's a gray tag is 99 cents. You know, and I have gotten some amazing, great things there. So don't be, don't be ashamed about going to thrift stores. You get a lot of really good things and it's a lot of fun. I love doing that. It's a lot of fun to see like what finds you're going to get. Go with like what you need, of course, because it's easy to get things you don't need. And those $5 here, $5 there, it really adds up. Okay. So thrift stores are great. The other thing with that, here's a kind of a bonus, number 6, I guess you could say. I'm looking at my notes here. Number 6 is that, if one of my kids wants a toy, I really try to not buy them any toys unless it's Christmas or it's their birthday. That is when they get toys. The reason is because they have a ton of stuff, and I also want to make them responsible for entertaining themselves with what they have. And if they want to have a toy, they really want a toy, then they can earn some money by doing that, by doing a chore or by doing something else. And then I take them to the thrift store and they get to pick out a toy with the money that they have. And we've gotten some Nerf guns and some other fun things that have been really, really good price, like $5 for something that would normally be, I don't know, like $25. And all those things really, really add up and provide more of that sense, having more of the money, making your money go longer is what I'm trying to say. Okay, number 7 is the last one. It's a bonus one. For all my lemongrass fans here, if you want to save money, definitely want to recommend being a hostess. The reason I initially signed up as a lemongrass spa consultant was to save money. I love the products. I loved their mission behind it, the ingredients, health in alignment. And I also really appreciated the pricing on them. And I wanted to save even more money. So I signed up as a consultant for my 25% discount. And then a lot of my health coaching clients started asking the same question. Now that I'm eating healthier and I know more about what I'm putting into my body and I'm eating more whole foods, I also am starting to care about what I'm putting on my skin and on my body. And so they started also purchasing lemongrass spa products through my link. So I love being able to give free products to people and helping them save money with that aspect as well. And I've had hostesses. Basically what that means is you host a party, invite people. We do a virtual happy hour, if you will, and then whomever feels like they want to purchase, then you would get hostess rewards based on that level of purchases. And I've been able to give out $136 of free products to people. Other people, it's like $90 of free products, $75 of free products. So, and you get free shipping. I'm a sucker for free shipping. Just tell me free shipping and I'm there. And then you also get free shipping on your hostess order. So anyways, these are the things that have really helped to save a lot of money, and living in alignment with my values of living within my means so that I'm not stressed out about money. I know that we're going to be okay. We have enough to cover the things that we need and some of the things we want. And also, also being able to support other small business owners whenever possible, and live healthy. So I hope that you've enjoyed these. Comment below and let me know which one do you feel like is the one that you would like to explore most. Like, what's your biggest takeaway from our time together today? And I'd also love to hear, what are your top money saving ideas so I can add to my list and maybe do more of this. And help other people too. So comment below and I will share the link I promised as well in the comments here in a moment. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.